years, and they had recently bought a house together, and it was the way things were going. What was a bit of a shock was that he asked me to be his best man. And I was extremely touched by this. And the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. We were roommates, God, or whoever, put us together freshman year. And we ended up living together 3 out of the 4 years. And since then, I've kept in regular touch. And he doesn't have a whole lot of other friends. He doesn't have any brothers. So it was great. It was really, really nice. I immediately, I actually cried. I'm very soft, but I cried. My father once cried during Sister Act 2 on an airplane. So I immediately, he's getting married in August of not this year, and I immediately started thinking about best man speech. I gave my brothers, and it was like a thrill. I loved it, and I immediately started thinking about what am I going to do? What can I talk about? And I started going through all of the stories and lame jokes I could make, and I started thinking about all of the great stories about him. And some of my favorite stories do involve Matt Genova, who we affectionately call Nova for short. And the one that immediately came to mind, the one that I'm going to share tonight, is about him and his arch nemesis, Matt Bushman, from college. I've never really had, there's people I've hated, but I've never had an arch nemesis. Nova had an arch nemesis. Nova was a heady kid. He had a freshman year I walked in, he got there before me. He had 3,000 Grateful Dead tapes and fractal posters all over. and which was great for me. I was not much better. I had a glass weed pipe that I used to tie to my and this guy Matt Rocha was like a fucking big man on campus type. Definitely played high school lacrosse. And they just there was never anything really that happened between them at first. Nova just didn't care for the cut of Matt Rocha's jib. And one incident that took place was we were at a club, a music club in Boulder, in our college town. Nova really, really wanted to. A friend of ours had ecstasy, and Nova really, really wanted some. And our friend wouldn't give him any. Not Rocha, but another kid. And Nova got blacked out drunk and kept bothering him. Come on, Otis, give me, and finally the kid gave him ecstasy. And 20 minutes later, Nova comes up to me and he's like, I got dosed. I'm like, what? And I'm like, no, you ate ecstasy. He's like, no, this is acid. I got dosed. I know the difference between acid and ecstasy. So Nova proceeded to sit in the back of the club and jaw his face off for 3 hours. And Matt Rochman was there. And 2 weeks later, we're at a party, and we're walking to Rochman is telling the story about Nova's jaw at the Soundtrap Sector 9 show, July, in front of all these people. And Nova's, he used to say it like Newman, he'd be like, Rochman! And later, at one point, Nova, who wasn't a ladies' man with his fractal fell for a girl, actually. The first girl that I think he had slept with since his high school girlfriend, or wanted to sleep with, he didn't sleep with her. Had her over for a date, went really, really nice. He made Marcella, and they made out, and he's like, I think this is really going to go someplace. And about a month later, we were at a party, and we see, of course, Matt Rochman making out with the same girl. So, hates Matt Rochman. Fast forward 2 years, Nova never got really revenge from Rochman, making out with a woman of Nova's life. She ended up dating Rochman for I think they could be married, I don't know. But we were in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we were there for a fish show. And so there was a long, there's all the connotations that come. It was disgusting. Drugs. I'm not proud of a lot of things that I've done in my life. This weekend, the weekend's coming to an end. It's about 6 in the morning on Sunday, and we're all leaving that morning, and we're all still up, and we're all congregated at a bar, and Nova's on acid this time, not ecstasy, and he's meditating over in the slot machines. Tick, 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 we're all hanging out, we're fucking, you know, just charged up, and eventually, you know, there was uppers, there was downers. So I eventually went downers, and Nova's like, hey, we gotta go. And I'm like, well, I can't drive. He's like, I'll drive. So, you know what, I really jumped ahead there. While Nova was meditating at the slot machines, Matt Bershman, who was there that weekend, had heard from someone that we had extra space in our car. I drove a 94 Ford Bronco, the Eddie Bauer version, big truck. And it was myself in the car, Otis Thorpe, my friend Otis Thorpe, and Matt Nova. And so someone had told Nova, or someone had told Roishman that we had tons of room. You know, there's plenty of space. You know, Gut, that's my nickname. Gut's got you, like, you know. So Roishman corners Nova while he's meditating at the slot machines, and is like, "Yo, bro, yo, I heard you guys got room. Back to Boulder. What's the deal?" And Nova's just like backed up against the slot machine. She's like, "No, Roishman, the car's full. The car's full." So back. We get ready, we're leaving, we leave Las Vegas. I proceed to fall asleep across the back seat. Otis Thorpe, fully reclined, all the way back, passes out as well. Otis Thorpe had been introduced to cocaine and blackjack in the same weekend, and was told by a dealer that he had to control his jaw or leave the floor. A year later, after his parents had taken a mortgage out on their home to pay for his apartment, so he's out like this. I'm all the way across the back. Somewhere in the majestic hills of eastern Utah, I hear Nova he was way into white noise. And so he had static all the way up. And I hear, like, all of a sudden I wake up to this laughing, this cackling noise. Like, I've never heard, like, and this like the AM static, full blast. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's going, 6 people in a small car! 6 people in a small car! And I kind of come to, and they've already passed us, but I can still see, Matt Roishman was about 6'4", by the way. And I see Matt Roishman and another girl scrunched in the back of a hatchback, pulling out in front of us. And I don't think they ever saw us. All they saw was Nova. Nova locked eyes with Roishman. Told me he locked eyes. There was Nova all by his lonesome in this giant truck.